Hi everyone, I am Lyonel Rodriguez and today I'll be presenting my project 3, which is OP design. An OP design is an essay, a newspaper or magazine that gives the opinion of the writer and that is written by someone who is not employed by the magazine or newspaper. For this project, we have to choose one topic. In this case, I decided to talk about a social issue, and it is about violence in Mexico. For this project, I decided to use three different typefaces. One is a display, it is called Comsky, a serif. I use three fonts. It's a 6.2 text, Cadmium Graph, and Super Claremont. For the sans serif, I use Area Round Empty. I use these typefaces because they are very common to see them in any newspaper or magazine. And my goal is to create a very realistic design. Also, this typeface relates to the topic very well because it is about a sensitive and serious issue, and these typefaces are very strong, clear, and transmit a good communication that connects with the most people. At the top, at the top, the first element is the name of the publisher. In this case, is the New York Times. Located right to the center. Then below this one, it is on the left side is the name of the author. In this case, is my name. On the center is the name of the project and the date. And to the right, all between horizontal lines to give it a more realistic touch. Now below this, you will find the name of the topic. Wave of violence terrorize Mexico as criminals killed with impunity. Uh, which is there are two lines with the appropriate size to make it stand out in a better way, and which is very important because it is what is the topic about. Since the main element is a body copy, I decided to use 6 text body copies, 3 on top and 3 on the bottom, and trying to maintain the same size and balance with the content in each of them. Also using vertical lines as a separator of the columns and also interacts with the rest of the layout. Now, knowing what the topic is about, I decided to create a typographic shape, which consists part of the outline of the map of Mexico, but only using type, making the stroke only with type, which says the same as the title, only that is repeated until the end of the shape. It's located on the top three uh, paragraphs, also a little bit of the bottom one. Another very peculiar element that places a lot of emphasis on the topic is a gun created by completely with text, which also contains phrases and words related to the topic. Only on this occasion, it's located on the bottom left and only opens to paragraphs from the bottom, making a rotation that simulates that it is pointing towards the country and trying to simulate that it has fire since all the sides there is a bullet hole. And all this in the same way, creating a text wrap to create more movement and, and interaction throughout the design. As I mentioned, there are also 3 bullet holes. They are distributed by on the right, on the top right side, on the center, on the bottom center of the layout in different sizes, which in my point of view is a plus to add more details on to our project. Another and not less important element is the background. The background plays a very important role uh, in this design, since using a light gray color simulates a lot of how you look at the newspaper in person. See, the newspapers are characterized by having a tone of gray or white in some cases. Another detail that is very noticeable is a stain on the background, uh, which represents a blood stain. And it also is also very important in this design because it interacts very well with the other elements of the design, such as the gun and the map, and even the lines that separate each paragraph. I consider this design looks very realistic and very modern, especially due to the elements and other aspects that we use. and that at the same time it maintains a conservative and minimalistic design, but it has a very good interaction with each one of the elements, such as typographic images or shapes, and the way they are positioned. And that also makes a very good reference to what the topic is about. Okay, I hope you enjoy, guys, my presentation, and I see you for the next one.